Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Joe Davis here, Southern New Hampshire University, CJ 300. Today we're going to talk about Module 3, the small group discussion where we're going to work on research methods. Okay, here's what the assignment is for the small group discussion. I should back up and hesitate. I realize that for some of you, for me included, this method of using the small group is a little unique. You've got to jump in there and participate, and you can't wait until the end of the week. The initial post is due on Thursday. The idea is to collaborate and work together. So, what you're going to do is use the same contemporary issue your group used in Module 2. So it had to be one of those that are listed. In the sample paper, I used one outside of this group, but it gives you an idea of what it should be. Research the impact among children between the ages of 4 and 7 years of old of witnessing domestic violence assaults in their home. So when you look at the juvenile offenders, bias-based policing should be one of those. The assignment for you is to collaborate and identify the research methods that are most appropriate for the contemporary issue. That's why you all need to be online. There's only one thread. You don't each start a thread. You don't have to comment about it. It's as if I assigned you to a group and said, okay, go sit toward the back of the room, go down, get coffee, sit outside. You're exchanging your ideas about the research methods, okay? What you're going to do is use the readings that have been assigned, the Module 3 overview. There is a separate video mini lecture entirely on the overview, okay? Same thing we cover are the reading and resources. There is a video about criminal justice leaders using research to apply it. It's only 2 minutes. It's great. It's an interview with a judge. It ought to help you if you're having a little trouble. Just focus on why in the world are we doing this. He outlines it pretty clearly in about 1 minute and 43 seconds. There's another one, how to write a literature review. There are 3 segments to this. It runs about 25 minutes. It's a little bit dated, and perhaps you think my videos are corny and not so cool. This one's really corny and not so cool. However, the content is excellent, and hopefully if you can find time to watch the 3 segments, you'll get a feel for what this whole research question is about. And the last one is an article about the need to find peer-reviewed articles, and that will take you to the Shapiro Library and help you locate scholarly research. Okay, it is a group process. Here are the roles and responsibilities. You have to agree to 1 or 2 dates for collaboration. I should be able to see that in your discussion group. So I would expect you jump on this on Monday, trade emails with each other, and by Thursday we'll have met once, or at least answered all of each other at least one additional time. Everybody is responsible for participating and providing ideas to the discussion thread. One member should take the lead to summarize the group's discussion in a coherent 1 or 2 paragraph response, so that you all don't write it, only one of you do. Make sure you all agree to it, because once it's submitted, that's the one that I grade. The group's final post, that same 1 or 2 paragraph, the initial post needs to be completed by Thursday at 11:59. And so you're relying upon each other. I just can't emphasize that enough. I realize half the class don't post until Sunday. You've got to post earlier because now you're killing the other half of the class, okay? Okay, take into consideration material such as the course content and other discussion boards. No response posts are required to this discussion, so you're just in the one thread working as a team. You can also use the chat function, or you can use the virtual classroom function. All right, before everyone goes, let's just take a quick minute to look at the actual document, the guidelines and rubric for you. All of this should look familiar. It's exactly what I have in the PowerPoints. Okay, shouldn't be anything unusual there. Let's go down one page. There is your rubric. So again, if we look at a proficient grade, an 85%, that you identify appropriate research methodology, proficient, and about the research, and you provide information about the research methodology itself. Okay, and that methodology you can find in the overview to start with, where it talks about qualitative and quantitative research methods. You have to submit it on time, or you give up 20% of your grade. So 20% of the 85% means you're not going to pass. Okay. The last item is that you justify the selection, a coherent explanation. That's that one paragraph or two paragraphs explaining why you did all this. All right, once again, I hope that helps. Keep the cards and letters coming.